unofficial guide that is all about Disney. In 3 minutes, I show the good, the bad, and the spin. This is Disney in 3, and I'm Bunny. Today we're going to talk about theme parks. It's March 23rd, 2009. Today we're mainly going to talk about this Animal Kingdom. 2 rides there, Primeval Whirl, or I like to call it Primeval Hurl, and Kilimanjaro Safari. First we're going to talk about is Primeval Whirl. I soon have found out that Disney actually was not one of the designers of this ride. And a contractor, they decided to make this ride. Known as Primeval Hurl, as some people like to call it, located in Chester's and Hester's Dino-Rama. Yeah, that's great. Let's go on a ride. Literally, it just goes round in circles, like a roller coaster. And it hurts like no tomorrow. Let me tell you, this thing is painful. And when you're done, it's like you just don't understand. That's why I call it Primeval Whirl. Recently, less than a year ago, an employee from Disney actually died while working on this ride. She was actually in a restricted area and actually fell and hurt her head. So this ride has a lot of problems from the beginning. People don't like it, and the way it's designed, personally, does not fit in the Disney style at all. There's no intro to it. You get in the line, you get on the ride. Usually Disney rides have something that brings you into the ride. This is nothing. For all the problems we're having right now, they're getting rid of Disney Imagineers. They really should think about that, because this ride needs a lot of Disney Imagineers, because it's terrible. You know, they think it's going to be better if they change the little things about it. It's not. Just bulldoze it over and start over. The whole section. All of Dino Land in general, except for one of the major rides. Let's just redo the whole thing. On the other side, though, we're going to talk about Kilimanjaro Safari. This ride is great. It's actually 100-acre safari. It's actually one of the biggest rides in all the theme parks. They said that this ride is so big, it's bigger than the plot of land that Magic Kingdom sits on alone, which is amazing. Kilimanjaro Safari is mainly about poaching. They talk about before you go on the ride and say how poaching in Africa is one of the major problems they have. So the whole experience is you're getting on this ride to go across the savannah to see all different types of animals and see what they're in their natural habitat. But as you're on the ride, it's got to be Disney, so they got to make it a ride too. So actually you're in the investigation to save Big Red and Little Red, an elephant. Big Red and Little Red. Oh, great name. Little Red is actually the elephant you actually end up saving, which is pretty cool, because you got it at Disney. They're going to give you all the animals, and they got to make sure it's a ride. So they're going to throw the extra little effects, the animatronics at the end. Truthfully, I got to give them props. This ride's really good except for one factor. Kilimanjaro Safari 500. If you have a camera and want to take pictures, good luck. We have a few, but that's all we got, basically because we slowed down. This is enough to get a few. Some of the great ones you're going to get are probably a giraffe. We got a little giraffe sitting down eating grass. You know, that's some of the great shots you're going to get. Maybe an elephant a little off in the distance. Birds, if you get a good chance, with a whole bunch. But as for getting one perfect shot, unless you got a really high-speed camera, you're not really going to get good shots here. Because it literally, all you feel is this the whole time through the ride. It doesn't work. When you're actually going through this ride, you go through different sections actually too. They start out with a lot of smaller animals, and then they move on to the savannah where you see giraffes, hippos, elephants, lions. A lot of times, the only time to really you can see all the animals more up close is if you go in the morning. Sometimes one of the best things you can do is actually to be there at the very beginning of the morning, and the first thing you do is go to that ride and get on that ride the first thing. Because if you do, that's when all the animals are basically out. If you go in the afternoon, you're not going to see as much. I do say, though, if you do get over there and the line is pretty long, get a fast pass. Because this ride is a 20-minute ride. And also, which I found out this last time I was on it, they are animals. They will get in your way. We sat on it for an hour and a half, basically, waiting for them to move an animal. You know, I mean, I have to admit, it took forever, but you have to know it is an animal that they have to now move out of the track. So that's one thing you do have to remember. So if you are going to do this in the summertime, be prepared, take some water, because things do happen. But in the long run, this is one of the best rides they ever did create, and I give them props for doing this and how they did it. This has been Disney in 3.